Today we're checking out another new tablet by Lenovo, this time the Yoga Tab Plus. Typically Lenovo tablets are more affordable, but this time it's one of their more premium tablets. To me, they're making this a little more geared towards people looking at the Surface Pro products or a 2-in-1 device. I paid $699 for this one, but I'll leave a link down below with current pricing and more information. It's got a 12.7-inch 3K PureSight Pro display, which is also anti-reflective. The display on here is also flicker-free and low blue light certified to help with glares and eye strain. At 2944 by 1840 pixels, 650 nits brightness, up to 900 nits peak brightness, up to 144 Hz refresh rate. It also has Bluetooth 5.4, weighs in at about 640 grams. You've also got a fingerprint scanner on here and Face ID as well. They also include the Tab Pen Pro, which also has haptic feedback, similar to what you get with the new Apple Pencil Pro. You can double tap on it for controls or quick access to tools. And some of the features for this pen uses Bluetooth, so you'll want to keep that on pretty much all the time if you want to use those features. There's also an official keyboard that they include as well. Probably one of the nicest keyboards that I've seen from Lenovo so far. I like how it's a lighter color. Might be a little harder to keep clean though. Wow, this is actually pretty impressive. Just putting that little strip on the back definitely makes this tablet feel a little more high-end or more premium than most other Lenovo tablets. Most of the tablet is a nice aluminum material. This shiny strip going across the top looks like glass, almost like what you would see on the back of a phone. You've got your speakers on each end of the tablet, charging port on the right hand side, power on the left, and then volume buttons are there on the top. Nice little magnetic spot on the top for the pen. I never got to try the Extreme tablet from Lenovo, but yeah, this easily feels like the most premium or high-end tablet from Lenovo. You can see how fast this starts up, pretty similar to the smaller Legion tablet that I just looked at. Of course, they have their own AI stuff as well, called Lenovo AI Now, which I guess is good if you're into that kind of stuff. As far as unlocking the tablet, you've got password, fingerprint, and face unlock. The fingerprint scanner is right on the power button. Not really my favorite on a larger tablet like this. I probably prefer it when they put it right on the front of the screen, but at least you have that option. Just like a lot of other Android devices, you can also use Gemini as your AI assistant on here. And then of course you have gesture or 3-button navigation. Just to give you an idea of how bright this screen is, I've got to turn it down less than halfway just for this video, otherwise everything's kind of blown out. You've got 3 different modes for the refresh rate. Intelligent, where it's basically like auto switching. You've got Extreme at 144 Hz, or Standard is 60 Hz. It also has what they call One Vision, where it tells you what kinds of stuff you can do as far as split screen, floating window, smart rotate, and just shows you how to do some of that. So far, it's only using about 216 gigabytes of the 256 available. I didn't notice this before, but this actually shows battery health on this tablet. I'm not sure if that's something new that Android tablets are doing, but definitely a good idea to have that. It comes with Android 14. They're saying this will get 3 years of major software updates, 4 years security updates, which is pretty good for Lenovo. I still feel like that could be longer considering the specs. They're also including Adobe Express Premium and Adobe Lightroom for 2 months free. The skin that they use is called Lenovo ZUI 16. This also has the taskbar at the bottom, but you can turn that off if you need to. You can also turn it off where it shows your most recent apps in the taskbar as well. If you're wondering how fast the fingerprint scanner is on here, just watch this. That's probably one of the fastest I've seen on a tablet. Sort of crazy, I barely touched the power button and this thing unlocks super fast. You can see the pin's at 96% once you attach it on the top. You can see for the pen, it's choosing things just from hovering over each icon. You can also adjust quite a few things for the pen, like handwriting feedback, sound, and some other stuff there as well. The features for the pen is pretty similar to some of the other ones from Lenovo. They just add a few extras like double tap to access some of the tools, plus it's using Bluetooth for some of the extra features as well. The Tab Pen Pro has 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, tilt detection, and palm rejection, so definitely a good option for drawing or taking notes. You can see there is a little bit of delay with the pen, but it really feels like an Apple Pencil, especially with the harder tip and the similar features as well. You can even swipe up on the pen to do things like highlighting text. You can swipe up to copy, swipe down to paste. There's also quite a few things you can do with the stylus, like write, delete, select, insert, join or split, and new line as well. You also have the Google Entertainment Space left of the home screen, which I feel like if you don't have Google Discover, this is probably the next best thing in my opinion. It gives you ideas for stuff to watch, games to play, books to read, or stuff to listen to as well. If you're not familiar with Lenovo's software, I know it's kind of personal preference, but I like what they're doing for the most part. Kind of reminds me of what Xiaomi does, where they combine things from Android and iPad OS, notifications over to the left. You can see they have what looks like a control center up in the corner, and there's quite a few things in there like split screen, screenshot, flashlight, share hub, battery saver, live caption, dark mode, video call assistant. It also has PC mode, which is pretty similar to Samsung DeX. You've got your apps over in the corner. You've got your navigation buttons, some app shortcuts as well. Most of your other shortcuts are down there in the corner. It also has video out, which I think is a must-have feature for all tablets, so you can use an HDMI adapter to connect to a TV, external monitor, or projector. It also has quite a few options of default wallpapers. I feel like if you pick one that has more contrast, it just gives you a better idea of how good the screen can look. You can even choose what the animation is when you're charging the tablet. They just give you a lot of stuff to customize within the software. It looks like when you connect the keyboard, you've got the option of PC mode or tablet mode. I gotta say, the trackpad on here feels really nice. There's quite a few shortcuts here along the top. Mute, volume controls. You can also mute the microphone, screen brightness. Also has a button for the touchpad, so you could turn that off if you don't want to use it. You've also got screenshot. It's got a button to expand everything to full screen or do split screen as well. I'm really liking this keyboard. The more I use this tablet, I gotta say, there's a lot of stuff to like about this tablet. I could even see some people choosing this over something comparable from Samsung. Performance-wise, this tablet is pretty comparable to the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus and Ultra. It's even a little better on GPU scores. You've got a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor at 3.3 gigahertz. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of UFS 4.0 storage. But you can tell, just setting up this tablet and moving around the software, it's really fast compared to not just Lenovo tablets, but most other tablets out there. It's a little on the large side for me as far as gaming goes, but a pretty good option if you're using a Bluetooth controller. I think if you're looking for a larger Android tablet to do video editing, gaming, or anything you might need a little better performance, this is probably going to be one of the best options out there, especially considering the price. It's got a 10,200 milliamp hour battery with up to 45 watt fast charging. I also ran my typical battery drain test at 100% screen brightness, and this lasted just over 5 hours, which doesn't sound like much, but keep in mind that's at the extreme 144 Hz refresh rate. So if you keep that at the default intelligent auto switching mode and turn down the screen brightness, I think you can easily get the 11 hours of streaming YouTube videos that they advertise. Surprisingly, this one also has their 6-speaker Harman Kardon audio system with Dolby Atmos. Also has dual microphones on here as well. I was sort of expecting a little better bass from this speaker setup. They're definitely loud, just not what I was expecting. Pretty good sound for a tablet though. Here's a quick sample just to give you an idea of what it sounds like. It's got a 13 megapixel wide angle camera on the front. It also has a 13 megapixel and 2 megapixel macro lens there on the back. As far as camera and video quality on here, it's pretty good for a tablet. Definitely better than most other Lenovo tablets. You can also shoot up to 4K resolution for video recording. It also has face tracking for the front facing camera, so this will be a nice option for Zoom meetings or other video conference calls. But here's a few quick samples just to give you an idea of what to expect. Just in case I haven't made it clear so far, this new tablet by Lenovo is pretty impressive, especially if you're looking for a larger tablet with really good performance. It's got nice screen quality, plus the new Tab Pen Pro works pretty good on here as well. And something you don't always get, the included keyboard is definitely one of the nicer ones that I've tested. I can really only think of about 2 things that could be improved. I think the battery life could be a little bit better, plus I think the software support could be a little bit longer considering the specs. Plus, Samsung is now offering 7 years of software support with the S10 series. But this is easily one of the best Lenovo tablets that I've tested so far. They probably should make a 10 to 11 inch version, considering Samsung decided not to with their S10 series. But if you like tablets, I've got a lot more stuff that I'm working on, so keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.